Hi there, welcome back to our weekly tune-in session. And with the holidays just around the corner, Pete and I want to help you pay attention to your tummy, your stomach, your hydrochloric acid, and symptoms of bloating, burping, and overeating and all the rest. And we want to give you some helpful hints and tips that can keep you safe, feeling good right throughout the holidays and into the year 2025 already, which is scary, isn't it? So, Pete,
is it? Yeah.
We want to talk about our stomach, which is like the first. I'll just show you which part of the stomach we're talking about, like really high up. But people get a lot of heartburn. Now, Peter will explain to you why the word heartburn is actually the wrong word, right? People get it all wrong.
Well,
and so we just want to explain to you how everyone, including the GP, gets it all wrong.
It's also called acid reflux, which admittedly acid contents of the stomach do reflux up into the esophagus and can cause burning, but it's reflux of stomach contents that haven't digested properly, and the bacteria that we eat with our food hasn't been killed, and they start fermenting the undigested food, causing gas, and
bloating, heartburn.
Then we get bloating, burping, and reflux back up the esophagus, and it's all due to not producing enough hydrochloric acid.
Not too much.
Never too much.
No, never too much.
And it's our hydrochloric acid is produced in the parietal cells in the stomach, and quite a few people don't produce anywhere near enough. And I would dare to say that antacids, medications
like Nexium, Gaviscon,
Mylanta, quite a few of the over-the-counter ones have got aluminium in, and they make your red cells stick together, and that puts a strain on kidney and heart
because it can
areas.
produce clots.
So those things are not good for us. And I get clients coming to me and they've been on Nexium for years, 20, 30 years,
shocking.
because they had reflux once.
Yeah.
And
terrible.
Since those 30 years ago, since they've been on Nexium, they haven't digested their food properly at all, therefore haven't got the nutrients out of their food.
Mm-hmm. What does that look like, for a second, by the way, if you don't get the nutrients out of your food? What are the symptoms? Because people don't know what that means.
Well, they're not making new cells properly. We're producing new cells all the time. So if you are not breaking food down that you make cells out of, the nutrients aren't being given to the body to make new cells. So we have no energy,
brain fog,
feel totally exhausted, and
lose your hair, brittle nails.
Plus, it's nutrient deficiency diseases.
Yeah,
we either have nutrient diseases, deficiency diseases, or toxicity diseases.
But keeping it real short, it looks a bit like brittle nails, dry skin, itchy skin, thyroid actually like
anemia. If you're not getting iron, if you've got low iron, it's because you're not digesting the food properly.
Always feeling the cold, tummy aches, you're not being resilient, catching every disease under the sun. Chronic anemia is a big one. Yeah, so the problem is, and we see this all the time, which is a tragedy, especially Peter sees it because he does a lot of what we call full health audits. So he takes a look under the bonnet of your car, totally looks into the cell health, like you basically are 60 trillion cells put together, right? So he can determine how your cells are doing, what's really happening at the bottom base root cause of all your problems and diseases.
One of the tests looks at the permeability of the cell membrane. And if the cell membranes aren't permeable enough, you won't be getting the things into the cells or into the parietal cells to produce the hydrochloric acid.
Yeah.
Those people are totally deficient of hydrochloric acid. Therefore, they don't digest their food properly. But with the holidays, just round the corner, and big meals are usually served up this time of year.
Yeah.
And we need lots of hydrochloric acid to digest our turkey and our ham and our whatever. And
you want everyone to have a good time, right?
And then all the sweet things on top of that, they are the things that really cause the burning up the gullet. And I do those, the chemists will be busy. They'll be flying off the shelves, those antacids, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, so we want you to know you need to boost your hydrochloric acid. You need to boost your stomach acid fire, not water it down with antacids, right? So, Pete.
Betaine HCl is derived from the beetroot, but it's the HCl part that we're interested in. That's hydrochloride or hydrochloric acid. And you start with one of those. If you don't get a warming sensation in the area of your stomach, after a meal, you increase it to 2 the next meal, and you can have up to 5 a meal. And quite a few people are having 5 every meal, and they never
3 times a day.
Never get that warming sensation.
And so they've been chronically low stomach acid.
Yeah, they have.
I just also want you to say, for practicality, there's 240 capsules in here, and it's only $42, right? So it's very economical, isn't it, Pete? Like, you don't, if people are worried about their money at Christmas, of course, you should put your health first before money, but I get it. So this is so good. And Pete and I honestly believe there's pretty well nobody actually who has enough stomach acid in their tummy these days because of our high stress lifestyle as well.
The Proton Plus has got betaine HCl in as well, but it's also got a few other things in to help us produce hydrochloric acid.
To trigger the production.
And we also need iodine and zinc to produce hydrochloric acid in the stomach. And another thing, when we're stressed out, which this time of year people...
They're very tense.
They've gone crazy. But no, it's a mad time of year, and we get stressed out. We get stressed out in our work, and we need to be able to relax to digest our food, to produce hydrochloric acid. If we're stressed, we're on the flight and fright side of an automatic nervous system. The last thing the body thinks it needs to do is digest food, and it cuts hydrochloric acid production because we're meant to be running away from a lion or a tiger, climbing a tree. So magnesium is essential to drop us out of that flight and fright side into the rest and digest side. So it helps us rest and relax and sleep better, but also helps us digest our food better.
We actually recommend everyone to take magnesium always, but if you first to our news channel or the Purple House, this is the magnesium that we recommend. And especially, of course, the night before, leading up to Christmas or before Christmas, because most people have to do with family members and friends that they don't see all year. And often there's a good reason you don't see family and friends all year, because you probably get triggered, because humans, as we feel passionate, and we do get triggered. Like Peter and I know all about that, right? So if you want to be your best self, do something to help your nervous system. So magnesium, like Peter said, is absolute key. And not just for your digestion, also for your brain, your heart, and everyone, and your relatives. So the whole point you're making is that, you are probably going to, your tummy is going to be stressed. Your body is going to be stressed during the holidays. It's an exciting time, but there will be too much food, too much input, too much strange stuff going on, and our body actually likes to have the same routine day in, day out. We just don't like it, but our body functions best when we do. So don't fall into the trap to think that when your stomach hurts, you have got too much hydrochloric acid or stomach acid, because nobody in today's world has too much. Everyone doesn't have enough, even the strongest amongst us.
If for some reason you take 5 and you get a real bad burning in the stomach, you may have
overshot the mark.
Overdone it. you can quite easily take half a teaspoonful of bicarbs of soda in a little bit of water and dampen the fire, if that sort of thing happens.
Yeah.
But that is hardly
Anyway,
ever needed.
That's right. And we have like dozens, maybe hundreds of happy clients who do take the beta-NACL, and we prepared, we stocked up on this as well, Happy.
Yeah.
This also protects you against worms and parasites, right? So worms and parasites have killed more humans than all the world wars put together, according to some research. And Peter and I, we believe it's true, isn't it?
But, yeah. Plus, food that's gone off, like people say they get salmonella, and they've been tested and got salmonella when they get really bad
they get sick, vomiting.
Sickness. But if you had enough hydrochloric acid, it would kill the salmonella.
Yeah, you would never.
You could eat bad food. And
because actually, did you say how acidic your stomach is meant to be when you're super, super healthy? How acidic does it have to be?
0 is as acidic as you can get. 7 is neutral. 14 is alkaline or caustic. It can get down to less than 1.
That's healthy.
So it's one of the most acidic places on earth.
More acidic than carbohydrate acid.
And if you've ever watched drug cartel movies where the drug cartels get rid of their opponents' bodies in a full of hydrochloric acid, a bath full of hydrochloric acid, that's our stomach. We throw big lumps of meat down there, or quite a few of us do, and it dissolves. Back in the Civil War in America, there was a guy who was blasted open. He was still alive, and he had a hole in his stomach, and the surgeons, they just experimented with him because they couldn't do anything for him, but they put things in his stomach.
Like bones and things.
And they put bones and everything disappeared. It got dissolved. So that's how strong that acid is. They didn't know up until that time when they were doing
that's
those experiments.
That's how they find out, I guess.
Yeah.
So thanks to those poor soldiers, we know what health looks like, right? And so you have to believe in your own body a little bit and give it what it needs, not fight with the forces of nature, right? So we hear a lot about, you're too acidic, but our stomach can never be too acidic because that's like our firewall that protects us against viruses, bacteria, growth, dirt, or too much food. And like I said, worms and parasites, which are so common these days. So worms and parasites in the past couldn't bypass or pass through the firewall in the stomach. But today, everyone is busy, stressed, and overwhelmed. So everyone has stomach acid is too low. And then quickly we will tell you what happens next is then your liver or gallbladder system, which is the complete opposite. So it's very alkaline and alkalizing. If you don't have enough stomach acid, your gallbladder liver system doesn't get triggered properly to release bile. So that's why we also recommend beet flow. I haven't got it here, but beet flow. I'm probably already talking to the converted. Most of our clients do take beet flow because it's a powerful liver support detox and helps your bile to flow properly.
Opens up the bile duct,
so your bile doesn't get sticky. Because when we have too many toxins and too many carbs, our bile literally gets very, very sticky and gunky, and it gets stuck, and you get a real stuck feeling in your digestive system where you feel tightness under your right rib cage, and maybe it hurts, and you can also still get gas and bloating.
Plus when the stomach lets out a tiny little bit of acid food at a time out of the bottom sphincter, the gallbladder gives a contraction gives a good big gush of concentrated bile at exactly the same time, and that's a pH of 1 to 2 or even less than 1 sometimes, and the bile is about a pH of 9. So it's if you've ever made a volcano with bicarbs of soda and pouring vinegar in, that's the reaction that happens just outside your stomach, and it completes the digestive process, so your body gets all the nutrients it needs to thrive.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So also the other thing is, we'll quickly tell you, because thanks for paying attention for so long anyway. As you can tell, we feel so passionate about this, because everyone gets it wrong, right? But now you're going to get it right. You also need salt. So like healthy salt is your mineral solution, and the body is basically made of water and minerals, like 82 minerals, which you can all get from Himalayan salt. And so do have lots of salt every single day of your life to boost your minerals. And then your body can make healthy stomach acid levels, because it needs to use the minerals for that. And then also, like we said before, without iodine, your body can't make stomach acid. And everyone lacks iodine today. Without zinc, you also can't make stomach acid. So zinc is also needed for healthy immune system. So, and to keep all your mucous membranes sterile. So that means your nose, your lungs, and other mucous areas in your body. Zinc helps them to stay healthy. But in this case, we're talking about zinc to boost your stomach acid levels as well. But if you just want to take the simplest, easiest route, as you say in America, use the betaine HCl and just focus on that. And your water and your salt. Also, don't drink with meals, right? So don't drink for like 2 hours after your meal. So if you're thirsty, you need to get your water in before your meal.
There'll be an article with this Facebook Live that does have the regime to follow.
It's got everything in there
as well. So keep that handy if you order the betaine HCl, and it tells you how you increase the dose and then decrease it, because you will start producing it yourself again once you get your system back into balance.
It doesn't matter though. Some people always have to take betaine HCl, and that's good. They can have a long, healthy, vibrant life. It also protects you from osteoporosis, so it keeps your skeleton healthy. It's just really one of those cornerstones for health. And so we just wanted to remind you again. And and what Peter said about salmonella and food poisoning, I quickly want to say, when you put raw onion in your food, after a few hours, it's full of toxins. So raw onion...
like in a salad, for instance.
That's right. So I would never buy pre-packed salads that got raw onion in it, because raw onion is created to draw out the toxins and the bacteria of the environment, and then it absorbs it into itself, and then you should chuck it away, right? That's just, so people think, oh, I had Caesar salad and I had chicken and egg in a Caesar salad, now I'm sick, I'm vomiting, but it's more likely the onion. That's just a little tidbit of information that I always like to share with my clients. So if you chop up onion, eat it straight away or cook it straight away. Don't eat it like 5 hours later, because it will already be full of bacteria. All right, thanks for spending time with us, and we'll put the article below the video somewhere. We're still open today, tomorrow all day, and then we're open again next week, one day. Which one is it? Anyway,
we come back the day after New Year.
And our online shop is open 24/7, because we will attend to people's orders. So if you want to put in an order online, we will deal with it, and we will send it out straight away. And then it's up to Australia Post. Hopefully it'll be in the Christmas mood, so the parcels get there properly and early.
Okay, have a good Christmas and New Year. Yeah.
And thanks for being our loyal community. We really appreciate you. Big love from us. Bye for now.